What's happening, peeps? What is happening? How's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all doing very, very well. Don't forget, if you're new to the channel, to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget also to like and share the vids, people. Thank you so much to everyone that is still doing that. Do you remember, I think it was about last week or maybe 2 weeks ago, I said, I've got something to tell you, but I'll only tell you once it's kind of signed, sealed, and delivered. Well, that's now happened. So I can tell you, I'm going to be doing something with the BBC. Yeah, me. Something with the BBC. And it's about trainers. So it's about the history of trainers or sneakers or crepes, whatever you want to call them, the influence on them with regards to culture, sport, everything. So I'm going to be doing that, I think, in about 3 weeks' time. 3 weeks. And I think I'm doing it with Darren Bent. So former England, what was he, Charlton, Ipswich striker Darren Bent, who, by the way, is sneaker crazy. I think even his Instagram is something like Darren Bent, the sneaker freak. It is, honestly, he's got more trainers than it's just ridiculous. I can't even put it into words. He's probably got well over 1,000, which is just mad. So yeah, I'm going to be doing something with him for the BBC. I'm excited to be doing it. Something different, right? Something other than boxing and stuff. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. So that's the news. Also on Thursday, I host the FA Cup draw, which is really good. I'm hosting it. FA Cup draw is happening on Thursday, 1 p.m. On TalkSport, and yours truly is hosting the FA Cup draw. So yeah, I look forward to doing that. Yeah, should be fun. Should be fun. I've always been a big fan of the FA Cup. I hate the fact that Liverpool haven't won it for fucking years. I'm a massive fan of the FA Cup, and I hope that it doesn't go the way of like the League Cup, which no one really cares about anymore. Let's be honest. I hope it doesn't get to that, because it meant a lot to me as a kid, the FA Cup, a lot. Like, it meant way more than the Champions League, for example. Obviously now the Champions League is a lot bigger, but as a kid, the European Cup didn't mean as much as the FA Cup. It's true. It didn't. All right, enough of that stuff. Let's talk Tyson Fury for a few minutes. This might not be a long video. I did a video yesterday talking about the cancellation or postponement of Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. So that fight isn't happening, I don't know, I'm going to say forever. Who knows, right? What we do know, though, is that Tyson Fury will fight in December. I think they're looking at December 5th, Royal Albert Hall, as a possible date and venue. That's what I'm hearing anyway. Now, who's he going to fight? Right, this is a big question. Who is Tyson Fury, the ring-recognized #1 WBC lineal champion, gonna fight? Now, I reel off all those things because that's important. That's important because when Tyson Fury chose or plucked the likes of Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin from thin air, and that's kind of what he did, he wasn't at the time the ring-recognized #1 or the WBC champion. He wasn't that. Right, he became the ring-recognized #1 when he beat Deontay Wilder, and obviously the WBC champion as well. He had the lineal thing already, but he wasn't everything. Now he's everything. And I say that because now you're everything, we can't accept an Otto Wallin or Tom Schwartz type opponent. We can't. Right? We can't accept that. And I feel like some of you will. And I think that's a disgrace on your part, right? I'm being serious, to accept that. Because again, Tyson Fury now is the #1 heavyweight on the planet. #1. That's what everyone says he is. I've come around to that thinking as well. I'm a big AJ fan. I've said AJ is #2. I've said Tyson Fury is #1. If you're #1, your opponent has to be a certain level. Has to be. Has to be. I absolutely destroyed him when he picked Tom Schwartz and Otto Wallin. But again, he's now added more hardware to his name now, right? Again, he's added the ring belt and he's added the WBC belt. You can't be plucking out a Tom Schwartz or an Otto Wallin for this December opponent. You can't. You can't. And I already feel like that's what's going to happen. And I say I think that's what's going to happen because history tells me that's what Tyson Fury does, right? That's what he does. No, not this time. No, no, no. Like I heard, I heard Lucas Brown. I mean, that obviously is a rumor that's just come from nowhere, I hope. But that's why, how? It better like. Anyway, it won't be. It won't be Lucas Brown. It won't be. It can't be. Can't be. It can't be. That's still quite hot. Can't be Lucas Brown. But look, there's going to be obviously. Let's just start with who it can't be, right? Because we have to remove people that have fights coming up who people might have said, okay, I'd like to see Tyson Fury versus this person. It can't be certain people. It can't be AJ. It can't be Pulev, right? It can't be those people. It can't be Derek Chisora or Usyk. It can't be Dillian White or Povetkin. Do you know what I mean? It can't be Dubois or Joyce. There are certain people it just cannot be, right? Luis Ortiz has got a fight planned up. So there's a lot of people already in that top 15 who it can't be. I mean, Andy Ruiz has spoken about a possible fight with Ariola. Well, it was supposed to happen in August, but now that's kind of moved to the early 2021. I don't know when, but it's not going to be Andy Ruiz. So there's some people I know it's not going to be. So that doesn't leave much left in that top 20. It does leave a couple of big names in there, though. But in terms of people that I would like to have seen him fight, all these guys are matched up. They're all matched up, so look, I get that. What I don't want to hear, though, and I can imagine hearing it from Frank in the next 4 or 5 weeks, right, is that, oh, this person priced himself out, or we couldn't agree with that person. I don't want to hear that. Because I wouldn't let AJ give me that excuse, right? If AJ picked an Otto Volin as an opponent, I would shoot him down. So I don't want to hear anything about fighters pricing himself up or anything. Tyson Fury is the lineal heavyweight champion, the ring recognized #1, the WBC champion. He is the man. So he's got to be fighting an opponent of some sort of standing. All right? I mean, Tyson Fury fans, talk to me. I mean, are we just going to accept Tyson Fury fighting a nobody just because, oh, well, it's a stay busy fight? I'm not accepting that. I'm just not accepting a stay busy fight for Tyson Fury. I hope not anyway. The name that in my head springs to mind that I would accept, again, a lot of the names we can't. I didn't even mention Joseph Parker, but Joseph Parker is fighting Junior Farr. Is that the guy's name? So he's out. So there's a lot of people that are out, right? And before I mention the name, spare a thought for fucking Dillian White. Dillian White was begging for this opportunity, right? Begging for it. Thought Povetkin got knocked out, and now all of a sudden, the person he wanted to fight, i.e. Tyson Fury, because they were going back and forth, doesn't have a fight, doesn't have an opponent. Spare a thought for Dillian White. Anyway, the name I think that makes sense, and the only name in that top 15 who doesn't have an opponent, doesn't have a fight lined up, who I think people would be, okay, fair dues with, is Michael Hunter. Michael Hunter is the only name that I would accept right now in the top 15. I'd accept Michael Hunter. I'd accept that. And that shouldn't be that difficult to make. I don't think Michael Hunter's signed with anyone yet. I still think he is sort of a mercenary for hire, right? I don't think since he left Matchroom that he has ink to deal with PBC or Top Rank. Could be wrong here. Happy to be wrong on that one, but I don't think he has. And even if he has, it's still an easy fight to make. Michael Hunter isn't going to price himself out. This is an opportunity that Michael Hunter will grab with both hands, every hand he's got, to fight Tyson Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion. He'll fight it. And no one's going to be saying it's short notice. Everyone's still got now 7-8 weeks to get in shape to fight Tyson Fury. We can't, like, I kind of know what's going to happen. I think we all know what's going to happen, but we can't accept it, people. We can't accept it. I wouldn't accept it for Dillian White. I wouldn't even accept it for fucking Chisora. I'm living with, when Chisora has those kind of dodgy opponents, I'm so angry. And Chisora, you know, I certainly wouldn't accept it for AJ, right? I mean, I've been tough on Deontay Wilder, but I mean, he's had some decent-ish fights, right? I mean, Brazil, yeah, you can say what you want to say, but still better than Otto Volin and Tom Schwartz, and then Luis Ortiz, and then Tyson Fury. Or was it the other? I can't remember, you know, I'm a bit tired, but hey, we'll see. We'll see who Tyson Fury fights. I'm very intrigued to see who they match him up with. I'm very intrigued. But Michael Hunter would be my choice of opponent. And I think that would please most people as well. I'm not saying that Michael Hunter would beat Fury. I don't expect him to, right? I mean, Fury's a level above, but he'll bring it. He'll bring it. And he's got a decent record recently. Michael Hunter's got a decent record. A lot of people thought he beat Povetkin. I mean, I know it's not 1 + 1 = 2, but we just saw what Povetkin done to Dillian White. Michael Hunter will bring it, and he is my choice for opponent for Tyson Fury, my choice. And then we'll see what happens after that. Then we'll see if Tyson Fury does indeed fight Deontay Wilder or AJ. Once AJ can get through Kubrat Pulev, fingers bloody crossed on that one, because we're seeing so many different hurdles now, and I'd hate for that to be the hurdle that stops AJ versus Fury. That being said, if there are no fans allowed, look, I don't know what's going on with the world right now, but if there are no fans allowed, I do not want to see AJ versus Fury behind closed doors. Nope. I think I've said this already. No. I'd rather see it being put on hold than for that to happen behind closed. What? How disappointing would that be? Anyway, let's have a quick look if there's any news before we pack up. I just wanted to really just have a dig at Tyson Fury and Frank Warren and Bob Arum for what they're going to do. I know we've got a bum opponent coming. I just know we have. I mean, fucking, again, we're hearing rumors about Lucas Brown. All righty. Kell Brook will be without Ingle for Terence Crawford fight. We know that. What I don't think we know is who's going to be in his corner. How strange that is, this Ingle relationship. I don't know. I'm not quite sure what's going on, to be honest with Kell. But hey, I don't know. We've seen it in recent times, right, with people changing trainers, and some of it's worked out, some of it hasn't. Worked out fine for Tyson Fury against Deontay Wilder. Didn't work out so fine for Dillian Whyte against Povetkin. So it's a risk. It's a risk. Alan Babbage to return on Whyte versus Povetkin 2 card. Makes sense. Stay busy. This is what fighters should be doing. When you're knocking guys over in a couple of rounds, keep fighting. Keep fighting. Keep getting those checks. I mean, this must be like dream world for Alan Babbage. If it wasn't for a case of him being Dillian Whyte's sparring partner, none of these opportunities would be coming. So he'll be happy just to be on the card. He brings some sort of entertainment value to it, doesn't he? Because of his antics. A line here, and I just read this out, didn't I? Tyson Fury lined up to box at Albert Hall on December 5th. Interesting. You know what's funny? Wasn't there? Am I right in thinking there was some sort of opera at the Royal Albert Hall like yesterday? Was it? And anyway, there was a few 4,000 people in there, or 400 people in there. It's crazy, right? So I can't see why they couldn't be boxing fans at Tyson Fury's fight. Really couldn't see it. Shakur Stevenson, I'd beat the shit out of Frampton, stop him in 7. Maybe, but you'd be fighting a Frampton that is 4, 5, maybe even 6 years past Frampton. Like the Frampton that beat Scott Quigg, and the Frampton that beat Santa Cruz. So saying that you'd beat the shit out of him, okay, cool. But would you have beaten the shit out of the Frampton? That's a different conversation. Devin Haney says, Yuriorkis Gamboa is the toughest test of my career. That's actually true. But it just seems funny saying that when I think we as boxing fans know that Gamboa has like been done for years. Still tough, but I mean, for years, Gamboa has just not been the same guy, right? Jeez. And now you're saying, knowing that you are the WBC lightweight champion of the world, that he's the toughest test of your career. That's interesting. What else we got here? Joseph Parker on Junior Farr. This fight was make or break for me. Jeez. Okay, next. Pacquiao has just signed with McGregor's, well, not McGregor, Paradigm Sports. So that's the company that look after Conor McGregor. He's just signed with them. Boy, I don't know what's happening there. I'm guessing that fight could happen. Was made it closer now. Yeah, that's unbelievable. Lomachenko versus Lopez is this weekend. This fight is just so big. I'm trying to think of a fight in recent years at 135 pounds that has got me this, like, woo. Like, can't think of one at 135 pounds that I've really like been like, God, this is how big this fight is. You know what fight I really wish happened at 135 that didn't is Juan Manuel Marquez versus Robert Guerrero. I wish that happened at 135. But yeah, this is such a big fight. Such a shame that no crowds are going to be there, because this is something. This is something, I'm telling you. Again, I expect Lomachenko to just turn into something crazy. But we'll see. What else we got here? Miguel Cotto aims to stage a card on December 5th in Puerto Rico. Let's see. I think that's it, people. There's not much news here. It's just, this was honestly just a video to talk about Tyson Fury and him possibly taking a piss with an opponent, and we shouldn't be accepting it. That's it. Peace.